Okay, good morning, Year 10s. Today we're going to be carrying on with the research stage of this project. We're coming close to the end of it. We've got a couple more pages to do. And I want to go through a couple of points first of all. Today we're going to be doing something that hopefully won't take you a whole double lesson. So I would like you to do is spend the rest of the time, once you've completed this, finishing off some other bits that you might not have done, and also making sure that you've uploaded all your work to all the assignments. Okay, I'm going to be marking it very soon. I'm having a look at various pages as we go, but I'll be marking the research stage later on formally and giving you some real detailed feedback. But at the moment, it's quite difficult to mark all of your work when only about 50% of you have handed in all of the assignments. Okay, so please make sure that at the end of the lesson, you're handing it in. I know some of you are contacting me if you haven't quite finished or want a little bit of extra time. That's absolutely fine. But if you don't hand it in at all, it's very difficult for me to mark. And also, I don't want us to get behind. As you know, the coursework is very important. It's worth 50% of the overall grades. Okay. So in today's lesson, what we're going to be working on is filling in our questionnaires. Now, yes, the answer is you can fill it in yourselves. However, I would like you to try and avoid doing that if possible. It's always better to get somebody else, an impartial person's opinion, or to answer the questions and be your client, and actually do it yourself and make it up as we go along. Okay, so try and get someone else in your household to be your client for you, and actually get them to explain to them a little bit about the project, and then ask them the questions that you've formulated. Hopefully, you've formulated a load of questions that actually are relevant to your help you write your specification, commenting on things like size, aesthetics, cost, customer, all the sort of access, then all the things that you're going to have. Having a look at them through them so far, there's some good questions. Another one you might add is something like time scale. When do they want when do they need the product by? Okay, so that could be put in there as well. Okay, so what I want you to do today is basically fill in your questionnaire. So I want you to ask somebody. Worst case scenario, if you want to ask me, I'm obviously online, and we can have a little bit meeting and a chat, and you can ask me the questions, and I'll answer them for you and I'll pretend to be your client. But if you can, try and find somebody else in your household to answer them for you. So all your questions need answering. Hopefully, it's just a case of like here, putting a little X or a tick in the box, or actually writing some comments in here as well. But I need some answers from all of your questions. Okay, we need to formulate what your client requirements are. Okay, so today's lesson, I want you to answer all the questions. What I'd also like you to put down at the bottom, as you can see here, is an evaluation. Now, the evaluations should be on every section of the research. So there should be an evaluation of your mood board. There should be an evaluation of your primary research. There should be an evaluation of your secondary research. And today is no different. We're talking about, in the evaluation, we're talking about actually what you've learned from doing the client interviews, what information you found out, and how this information will then affect your project. Okay, and the client interview will have a massive effect on the work that you're doing. Okay, by actually asking your client their exact requirements, it's going to help you write your detailed specification in the future lessons, and also it'll have a big effect and influence on the products you're going to design. Okay, you need to know, and you need to have details of what your client wants, so then you can design a successful product. So think about that when you're writing your evaluation. Okay, so you're just summing it up, what you found out from your questionnaire, all the information, summarizing, and actually then talking about how you will then use this later on. Okay, so today's lesson shouldn't take you very long, just filling in the answers. As I said, if you want to talk to me about it and you want me to answer the questions, I'll be more than happy to do so. And then an evaluative comment. What I'd also like you to do, please, is go back through all of your different bits of research and make sure you have an evaluation comment on each section. Okay, you don't need a evaluation comment added to every page, but for every section you do. So as I said, on the primary research, those 2 pages, you're going to need an evaluation. On the secondary one, on the mood board. So make sure you've done those, please, as well. Okay, so this is today's work, quite straightforward. Shouldn't take you that long, but also please make sure you check all of the assignments. There are quite a few building up now, and make sure you've uploaded a piece of work to everyone, please. Can you also bear in mind, and also please make sure that you are sending me your whole presentation, not just the page that you've been working on today. Okay, it's nice for me to see the improvements that you've made as you go through. rather than just the one page that I've got to mark. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Hope that makes sense. Any questions, please ask. I'm online.